Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we're talking about all the Warhammer reveals shown off during the Warhammer World Champion preview event thing. That was at 3 in the morning. Yes, it lasted for an hour, so I went to bed at 4 in the morning, because the plan was I was going to watch the reveals and then talk about it straight after. Turns out that wasn't a good idea because I was knackered, and then I had a Warhammer game today. I won because Tyranids are just that good, and also my dice rolls are very dodgy. But other than that, today was a good day, so why not talk about the new reveals as well? So let's get into it, really. Oh, actually, before I start, I am sponsored by Das Scrapyard Orc. That's right. They're still sponsoring me for some reason. So yeah, if you want some awesome dice, then go to the links in the description and the comments and get yourself some dice. It helps my channel because I get a small percentage of every dice sold using my link. So yeah, just buy some dice. That's all they want me to say, really, because I'm sponsored by them and they just want me to advertise some of their dice, which should be going across the screen now. And when I was talking earlier, so, ooh, dice, ooh. Right, let's get into the actual video, shall we? I don't know why the ghost noise, but let's roll with it. So, first up is Oric the Diviner, and he looks a bit weird. It's his nose. It's his nose. Why does he have a nose? I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. Such a crap pun. Such a crap pun. But other than his nose and his magnificent balls, why am I calling them magnificent? So other than his nose and balls, this model's alright. I like it. I personally like it, but I am a bit annoyed by this model because when this model was shown off and when the article was made live and everything, I got tagged. Because people were pointing out these tiny little spiders, these tiny little Necron scarabs. And people want tiny little Necron adventure scarabs going, hello! I have got a script written for Oric the Diviner, so that'll come out tomorrow or something, because I've got scripts coming out today, hopefully. So if you don't want to sit through this massive video, that's fine. But I've made meme dubs about most of the reveals. So, yeah, Oric the Diviner having little tiny friends, is quite adorable. But I like his cube. I don't know why I like his cube. I quite like how it sort of glitches away, if that makes sense. I like sort of the glitch effect it has. And yeah, the model's alright, and I'm hoping that more Necron characters will get updated. Mentioning no names, Nemazar Zandreth and Vargard Oberyn, because them two need updating massively. So yeah, seeing Oric updated gives me hope that maybe Trazen will be updated next, hopefully. In fact, that would be pretty cool. If Trazen and Oric, like, you could... If you were running both of them, then they would have like a special rule or something, or you could put them in a unit with each other. I don't know, but that would be pretty cool. Next up, I'm going to go through these quite fast, these early ones, because they are only the one model. So next up is Asmodai, and a mate of mine is really into Asmodai, because, you know, he likes Dark Angels because he's weird. Says the Tyranid player, whose favourite character is a little hover squid. But this is Asmodai, and Asmodai is pretty awesome. However, I don't like the non-hooded version. I don't like his helmet without the hood. It looks really weird. I don't know if that's just me, but it just looks off. It's not nice. But I do like the smoke effect, even if it is a bit over the top. I like the smoke event. The smoke event. The smoke event. What's the smoke event? I like the smoke vents. I like the smoke effect. I was trying to say. I like the sword. I wasn't when I first saw this during a live stream. I wasn't sold on the sword because I thought it was a bit weird, but I like how he still has his Crozius. The sword, I don't know. There's something odd about him having the sword. Maybe that's just me. Maybe because when I think of Asmodai, I just think of a man running in with a Crozius, hitting people with his holy stick. So, yeah, the sword's alright, the smoke of... It's a very nice model. And I can see people kit bashing this for, like, Black Templars or just using it normally. It's not a bad model. The only bad thing I have to say is the unhooded helmet, but other than that, that's alright. Also, I like the massive iron halo. That looks really cool, if I can zoom in properly. Ah, dear. There's a reason why I don't do as many rambly videos as I used to, because I'm terrible at rambling. But yeah, I like the Iron Halo. It does look really cool. And yeah, and this is the new roadmap. Oh, speaking of things that I forgot to show off, there's a new book. Prior Nexus book, Crusade campaign. Ooh, right, that's that done. Because I know if I forget, someone's going to yell at me in the comments. But, yeah, this is the Codex roadmap, and whatever this redacted thing is, Valrak has probably made a video about it. Or he's probably made several. So it's probably Emperor's Children. Though Sisters of Battle coming summer 2024, which is quite nice. And Gene Stealer Cults. That's actually pretty cool. I like Gene Stealer Cults. I've looked at some of their models, and I like them. Maybe that'd be my next army. Maybe. I'm just terrible at painting, so it would all be unpainted. New Sisters Codex, Adeptus Custodes Tau. Oh, Tau. Chaos Space Marines, Orcs. You can read that for yourself. I don't know why I'm going through it. But yeah, the redacted thing has everyone hyped. So that was Asmodai, but that's not all for Dark Angels, because Deathwing has been updated. And Deathwing, I don't know. I like the design. The helmets are throwing me off, because they look like they belong on Grey Knights. They generally do. They look like they belong with Grey Knights. And also the fact that all of them have a sword. I know there's a mace option, but there's no flail. Which really throws me off, because the only time I've ever seen Deathwing is with maces and flails. So it's just really odd. But saying that, little watcher. Oh god, not another tiny friend. It's gonna be the bane of my existence, isn't it? Every tiny friend will end up on Necromunda, won't they? Every single one. Every tiny model will have to end up on a tiny adventure with tiny friends. Oh dear. Anyway, Tiny Watcher is cool. I like the Tiny Watcher. I like the shields. The shields look brilliant. The armor looks good. Actually, I do like the hoods. The hoods on them look really nice. I like the maces. I know a couple of people don't. But I quite like them. I like the design of the maces. And a part of me would probably try and use them. Or kit bash them for like Necromunda Ogrins. Because they do look Ogrin size. So having like a proper power mace for like Necromunda Ogrins would be kind of cool. But that's just me. I like the design of them. Seeing them without a flail though is weird. And the helmets are a bit weird. But the actual armor itself looks very nice. The maces look nice. I just see that to me is just a Grey Knight helmet, and it's just this symbol here. It looks like it belongs with the Grey Knights, so I don't know. Maybe that's just me, and I think that's it. Armor looks nice. Tiny Watcher is cool. I like the maces. The shields look great. I'm just not a fan of the helmets, and the lack of flail is weird, because surely there would be a flail. But, it is what it is. Now we're on to Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And this goofy fucker is great. Gee, there's a guy... Sorry, I didn't see this when I first looked at the reveals, but there's a guy just in there, like, hello! Help me! I'm stuck in here! Help! Oh, that's great. Oh dear, there's actually a few. No, they're all. It looks like they're like head. Are they alive? I can't tell if they're alive or if they're just heads. I think they're just heads, but it does look like that this guy is stuck in there going, help me! Please help me! I'm trapped in all this hair. Reminds me of a date I once had. Anyway, this is a noble champion, or used to be a noble champion of Nagash. Orishan, I can't pronounce his name, is a swollen Goliath afflicted with an unquenchable thirst. Okay, so Flesh Eater Courts is just thirsty. So yeah, I don't know enough about Age of Sigmar really, but I love the design. The design is really, really, really cool. I absolutely love the design of him. I also like how the bones are jutting out of his arms. It's got like a really cool body horror aspect to him. And yeah, it's a shame I play. Well, I want to play Skaven because I used to play Skaven during Warhammer Fantasy back when that was a thing, and it will be again. But yeah, I really want to see Skaven get a massive update like this one day. Maybe it will happen soon, hopefully. Ah dear, but seeing this is really cool. If you're a fan of Age of Sigmar, then this should cheer you up. I love the body horror. I like how grim it is. It's just really cool and very nicely painted. Yeah, there's not a lot I can say really. I don't know if they show off his rules at all or what, but it looks great and I like his massive cloak. What the fuck is that though? Is that like some sort of growth? What is that? I can't. It looks like a growth or something. That's horrible. I love it. I love it. It's so horrible and gross. And yes, that's their new book. I don't know. I don't play Age of Sigmar. And there is, talking about Flesh Eater Courts, if I lined this up properly, there's new Flesh Eater Court models as well. So Crypt Guard have been updated. And there's a guy with a drum that that I like. I love the fact that in Age of Sigmar, most units have a little drummer guy. I love the little drummer guy. I also like how this guy's wearing another head as a helmet. The Night Lords would be proud. This guy just they all look horrific and grim, and I love them. They that's the most basic statement I could have said. They're all horrific and grim, and I love them. It's like a child describing this. I'm awful. But yeah, this is really good. Really good body horror. Is that a banner of flayed skin? I want to steal that. I really want to steal that for the Night Lords. I really don't want to buy an entire box set just so I can have a skin banner. But that is really cool. That's a banner made out of skin. That's really cool. I want one for my Night Lords. Actually, talking about Night Lords, we'll get into that later. But that is really fucked up. I love it. I absolutely love it. Also, there's this guy here having the time of his life. Anything else? Ugh. Some guy's arm! Yeah, I remember watching this, you know, at the reveals and being like, oh, this is cool, but I fell asleep, so I forgot most of this. But yeah, that is horrific. I love it. I love stuff like this. It's awesome. And I haven't played Age of Sigmar, and I don't know if anyone in my local gaming club plays Age of Sigmar. I think one other person does. But I don't want to do Flesh Eater Courts, I want to do Skaven though. But I really like these models. And a part of me will say that if you ever want to do like some corpse... could you actually kit bash these to be Corpse Grinder Guild? I mean, when there's a will, there's a way, right? It would be... I want to take some of the chunks of flesh and put them with the Corpse Grinder Guild. It's possible. That's the annoying part, is like some of the bits of flesh and everything. It's possible. I mean, a banner of flayed skin would fit really. That's a guy's hand. That's a hand. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a hand. Give the man a hand. Oh, that's great. Sorry. I like the banner boy. The banner boy's great. Also, the axes look really good, but everything can be a Necromunda model, I think, but I really want to take, like, the weird organs and, like, the flesh banner and everything. I want to take the drum and add it to a corpse grinder gang. It would fit really well. What's the other ones? I nearly said Morbius. Morbin time. Morbheg Knights. Yes. They're just massive bats. They are horrific. They are... There's another flesh banner! I never knew I wanted flesh banners until I saw them. Yeah. Yeah, if you've gotten to this part of the video, I'm sorry that half of this is like, oh, this is great, and then just me repeating the same phrase. But there isn't a lot I can say because I don't play Age of Sigmar, but I really like these models. I really do. Look at this guy. Like, the way he's controlling him is with, like, flesh hooks connected with bits of other flesh, and it's horrible. It is horrible, but it's amazing. Also, is that a face? That's a head. That's a trumpet made out of a person's head. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I want that for corpse grinder cults. I really wanted that. In fact, sod corpse grinder cults. Put these in, like, World Eater jackals. That would fit. That would fit on Night Lords. Like, so many kit bashing ideas of just... I can't paint for shit, but I can kit bash. And I can build quite well, apart from one time where I accidentally put on the torso wrong and snipped an arm to make it fit. I put the torso of the Parasite of Mortrex back to front. Yeah, never could live that down. But I really, really like this. Also, that's in his ear. Fucking hell. It really does put the grim in grim dark, doesn't it? There are some people out there that doesn't like Age of Sigmar. And to be fair, I understand why people don't like it, but you can't say that the models aren't impressive, because every single time there's been a reveal with Age of Sigmar models, they knock it out of the park. I really like all of these models, and they're just wonderful, and I want to see more. Also, there's this guy with really, really, really long arms. That, you know, his flesh is, like, decaying around his bones, and he's just horrible. He's called a Velf Courtier. What a pretentious name. But, you know, these souls have become hallowed Templars. Wandering champions who eschew the court to battle evil whenever they find it. They are the evil. That is horrific. Oh, that doesn't look out of place with Nurgle. That really would fit with Nurgle, wouldn't he? What a grim fuck. Abhorrent Cardinal. Oh, that's... He's got a little Pope hat on. Sorry that I'm not saying anything. It's really shit content, I know. But I am blown away by this. Actually having a proper look in a non-tired state, it's really given me a new perspective, I guess, if you want to call it. It's really cool. All of this is really cool, and I've got so many kit bashing ideas. This guy, though, the Royal Decapitator, I like him, but compared to Pope McGee up here, it seems a bit generic. But maybe that's just me. I like the massive axe, though. And yeah, this is a new box set coming out soon with a new codex or battle tome. So yeah, that's the Flesh Eater Courts. I do think though the Royal Decapitator is kind of dull. My favourite model though is probably the Banner Bearer. I love this Banner Bearer so much. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Trying not to get heartburn. I love him. Or is it a her? I don't know. Her tits are droopy. What a phrase to say. Her tits are droopy. Jesus. Could be anything. I mean, I've got tits, but you know, that's here or there. But yeah, I like this Banner Bearer. It's just horrible. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I want to see more. I always want to see more, and I like the Cardinal. The Cardinal was really cool. And he's got like a collection of skulls, and it's really horrible, but it does fit. I just think the Royal Decapitator, compared with everything else, is kind of dull. However, I like him. He's got some heads. He's got a big old axe. He does what he says. He does what he says on the tin. He decapitates your head. What more do you want? And also, he's got an executioner's hood, which I think is just adorable. Next up is the oh god, it's this one. Yeah, I didn't like this one. It's just I don't play Warhammer Underworlds, but it's just shit orcs. That's all it is. There's not. Oh, I mean, this guy, he has a trumpet. Woohoo! This guy's got a flail that I probably would kit bash. This guy looks like a twat. And this guy looks like a twat. I don't like these models. Which is weird because usually Warhammer Underworlds does have some really cool characters. Like the massive squid they had and the Slanesh demons that were really cool. But with these guys, it's just... I don't have anything nice to say, so I'm not really going to say anything because, you know, it'd be too easy going, oh, shit. I don't play Warhammer Underworld, so their rules could be really good. I'm not a fan of the models. They just look shit. I don't like generic orcs. I think that's my problem. When it comes to Warhammer, I like big, shouty orcs or really annoying looking grots. I think with these orcs, they don't look orky enough, and that's what's putting me off. I mean, the weapons look nice. And the shield, can I see the face of that shield? No, that's a shame. I guess if I play the video I would, but I am pressing that button because copyrighted music. So, yeah, I mean, the trumpet guy is cool. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not, though. I like the scars across his body. It's very nicely painted. It's just the sculpts themselves, kind of generic. Anyway, not a lot to say. Next up at Horus Heresy. Woo! The most unenthusiastic woo I've ever done. I like this. It's plastic assault squads, basically. So not a lot to say here. I really like their lightning claws. I love Horus Heresy era lightning claws because they look really sort of steampunk-esque in my opinion. It does look like something out of Bioshock. I love it. It's like big and chunky, and I like it. It's big and chunky, and I like the massive jump packs. It's just really cool. It's just really cool, and when I see this, I can just think of kit bashing Night Lord characters because they look really cool. They do. They're a good solid unit. And there's also an Imperial Fist version with a Templar icon, which is that I don't know my Imperial Fist lore good enough because I'm not Valrak. I don't just sit there a million hours a day just reading Imperial Fist lore. So I don't really know no, they couldn't have been because Sigismund was like, oh, we should be faithful to the Emperor, and Dawn was like, you're a little shit. That's my knowledge anyway. So, I don't know if the Black Templar logo meant something different during the heresy, but It looks nice. I like the Imperial Fist guy. He's chilling. He's got a little sword. He's got a shield. What more do you want? It's a simple model and it's plastic, which is very nice because if it was resin, I think a bunch of people would cry. Anyway, moving on. Necromunda. Woo! That's a better one, isn't it? Everyone likes Necromunda. I love Necromunda. I like this vehicle. It's nice, but I was a bit disappointed. Because I thought we would get a new model for the bloody Prophet. That's what I wanted. A new gang or a model that the Prophet. And some people might not know what I mean. Basically, the lore of Necromunda is that there's this guy called the Prophet who claims he's the word of the Emperor. A hive city collapsed on him. He managed to survive unscathed, at all. And there's billions of really confused Cordor roaming the planet, setting fire to things, all following the Prophet. And this Prophet guy has even convinced the Imperial, what is it called? Is it the Imperial Church? I can't remember, but he's convinced the Imperial Church themselves that he is the word of the Emperor, and they just let him in. And he's going up to the Imperial Palace, and things on Necromunda are looking really bad, and he is a major, major, major character now. The Prophet isn't just like this, he's just doing a little bit of shenanigans. The guy's infected the entire planet with zealotry, and it's really interesting. So, I was hoping for a new... Sorry, try not to die. So, I was hoping for a new Prophet model, and instead we got the Venerator, or the Taros Venerator ATV. Which I will make a meme dub about, I do like it. I just feel like I've been a bit betrayed. What a fucking sentence. No, I didn't even mean betrayed. I meant disappointed. Why did betrayed come into my head? It's toy soldiers, you twat. Anyway. So yeah, lots of people are happy because this is plastic, not resin. It even says here plastic, so... Halle bloody you, yeah? Think if this was resin, everyone would be fucked off, but seeing as it's plastic and seeing how people used to play guard back in the day and these used to be a guard vehicle, I'm going to see these vehicles appear again because everyone loves them. Every single person loves these vehicles. I like them. And they come with, what are their guns, should say, twin heavy stubbers, which is a good choice, or twin concussion cannons. And it's got a dedicated gunner and move and shoot, which is very nice. Which means you can move and shoot at full speed. So yeah, there's not a lot else to say. Though I really wanted there to be a Prophet model, because the fucking guys set fire to Necromunda. Sorry, it's just really annoying me. How there's this now new big character, and yet he hasn't got a model. Same with a bunch of other bounty hunters who haven't got a model. And also, I was hoping for either a new model for the Prophet or a new gang, because the vaults are slowly opening up during the Necromunda campaign that's been going on. And spoiler warning, it's rumoured to be Men of Iron. So, or the original owners of Necromunda. So they're slowly waking up thanks to Lady Credo. So hopefully there's a new gang. Hopefully there's a new Prophet model. Or hopefully there's a new type of redemptionist gang. Or Cordor gang that follows the Prophet. Who knows? Who knows? Sorry for the sudden jump cut there. Yeah, my microphone became unplugged, as in the computer didn't recognise the microphone anymore. So the rest of the recording was literally as the computer mic. And it just sounded horrible. And anyway, let's get on to my personal favourite part of all the reveals of the live stream. Night Lords! And I like them. I want to buy them. Seriously, I like Night Lords a lot. And this is really cool. Sorry, oh dear, I've got a sore throat now. But been talking too much, that's why. If you've gotten to this point, this part of the video, thank you. But God, it's long. So yeah, this is Night Lords, and they look really cool. Not so certain about I don't know how I feel about the ruinous power symbols. I understand that, you know, Night Lords sort of have chaos. They're not really chaos undivided though, because Night Lords don't really like chaos demons. They don't follow chaos gods. They're evil without demonic corruption for the most part. I know. Sorry, I'm now remembering the Night Lord trilogy that I read not so long ago. But yeah, it just seems weird seeing Night Lords with you know, Chaos Undivided banners and stuff. But other than that, these models look really nice. And I don't play Kill Team, but I think if I did, this would be the Kill Team I would choose. Oh god. Try not to die. It's a wonderful game. But I really like this guy here. I really like this guy because despite everything, I think this guy's still alive. You might think that's mental, but I've looked at his rules and they are horrific. The icon bearer, who carries a sorceress totem built from the ruined corpse of a murdered space marine. So he's dead, right? This guy is dead. However, his puppets corrupted, whatever that word says, can mimic the voices of anyone whose flesh it consumes. Come on, don't die yet. Die later. So yeah, I like the idea that this guy is actually just alive. Though I like the idea that he's like super friendly as well. There's a meme dub here. There's a script here. He might be dead, but he's actually the most cheerful Night Lord of them all. He's like, you know, they're trying to be stealthy and he's like, "Oh, hello! Hello, we're here. We just want some skin. Can I sample your skin?" Dave, stop this, please. I want to sample your skin. Just give me a finger, come on. let me nom some fingies. No. Why did you bring him? I don't know. But yeah, these Night Lords are really cool. Though, I don't know about this guy's face. I mean, I guess that's the mask more than... I hope that's the mask, not what this guy actually looks like, because that's just... that's cartoonishly bad. I like to think that's what the mask looks like, and he's, you know, being an edgy twat, you know, my name's not important. I like his lightning claws. They're pretty cool. This guy, I like the skin. I like the skin on him. I like skin. I like the skin on the Night Lords. It fits. I like this guy here. He's wearing like lots of skin, so you know he's important. And there's also a hand there because why not? There's a plasma gun guy who looks kind of out of place, but you know, it's Night Lords. I'll take anyone. I swear to God, right, I've seen this knife several times now. You know, it's always the same sort of knife with poison dripping down it. And it's always the same shape as well. I swear I've seen it 5 times now. And I've seen this pose several times over, but despite that, I like the model. I like the gun, and I like the knife. This guy up here, though... there's not a lot to say about him. He's just normal. There is something innately threatening about a Night Lord with a bazooka. It's supposed to be stealthy. Alright, everyone's going to die, so no witnesses. What happened to stealth? What happened to shutting the fuck up? This guy, though, he's wearing so much skin and chains. Also... his chainsword. That is a really, really cool chainsword. It's, in fact, I think there's a better photo of it down here. It is some guy's ribcage and skull with... or it's designed to look like. I like it. I like how it's designed. It looks horrific, and I love it. But yeah, it's very disturbing and very Night Lords. So yeah, I like it. There's not a lot I can say. Hey. Sorry, there's an in-joke in my friend group in Midnight Cloud, because back in the day when I used to play Night Lords in 9th edition, there was a stratagem that I would spam called in Midnight Cloud. Basically, -1 to hit for everything. It was the most spammable thing on earth, and I loved it. But it annoyed everyone else, because every time I would go in Midnight Clad, and then it just became a stupid in-joke. Oh dear, I do have fun. I have to, otherwise I cry. But you know, it's good to have friends. I can say that. I don't think they'll watch to this part. They'll probably look at the length and go, Jesus Christ, why have we sponsored this boy? But yeah, I like it. It's a very nice unit, and I want to see their codex, because you know, in Midnight Clad, their faction ability, that could be really cool if it's applied in regular tabletop. If Night Lords just have inbuilt stealth, then that's going to be fun. Anyway, last up, because I already recorded this, I knocked everything out of whack, which is a shame, but, you know, it's better that I guess it right than guess it horrendously wrong at the end. And we have got the massive model, what is it? The bleached bone stir in the sun, that's not it. We've got this, fuck off, I'm not pronouncing that. Basically, skull dragons, or bone dragons. Yeah, Tomb Kings, massive bone dragon. That just sounded wrong. Bone dragons. He's gonna bone you. But yeah, massive bone dragons, or dragon, with a little guy on top going, "Hello, look at me, I'm the master of destiny." Yeah. He does look like an anorexic Skeletor. And because I said that, I've now got the image of the dragon just singing "Hey yeah yeah" at people. But it's a really nice model. It's a really nice model. I like it, and it's plastic, which is great. I know that a lot of the old world reveals have been resin, so seeing one that's finally in plastic is really nice. And yeah, though I don't collect Tomb Kings, I can understand why lots of people are hyped up about this. Also, that is one hell of a base. It's a massive square. But yeah. Someone's gonna correct me and go, actually, it's a rectangle. Yeah. Also, he's got a little tiny friend. That is an ugly looking cat, but I reckon it's as wholesome as anything. Such an ugly cat. It looks like it's such an. It doesn't deserve to be a tiny friend. It's that ugly. But I think that's everything. Good lord, if you. I don't know. How long have I been recording for? Right, I had to stop recording. I've been recording now for like 50 minutes or something. I don't know. It scares me. But there will be a meme dub later. I guarantee you that. My battery's about to die, as you can tell down there. Oh no. Anyway, right, I'm going to charge up this and then do a little bit of recording. And then, yeah, a meme dub hopefully later on tonight. This video will be going out as well. So if you like it, if you got to this part, why? I'm inept. I'm much better when I have a script. So, yeah, I'll see you later. Remember, go down to my sponsorship and get some dice from Da Scrapyard Orc. That's right, Da Scrapyard Orc. Go get dice. Woo! And, yeah, I'll see you later. And there's a reason why I don't do rambly videos anymore. Well, less of them, because I am inept. But if you enjoyed it, maybe like, subscribe, share it with your friends if you hate them. And I'll see you next time. And thanks for all the subscribers. I'm on 33,000 now. That's a lot of people. Fucking hell. Right. I'm going. Bye. I don't have an outro. What am I?